Alright, baby. Shakira. Maluma.
Pretty boy.
You're my baby loba. Yeah. Colombia. You feel me?
Pretty boy.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to 2K Sports. I'm here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. And the pregame warm-ups wrapping up out in Los Angeles, where it'll be the Lakers going up against the Boston Celtics. Taking a look at the Celtics, the talk has been that they don't want to play with caution tonight. They want to let it all hang out. They seem to be a pretty revved up group coming into this game. We'll see if that translates into success on the court. And we'll get to see Al Horford take to the court in this one. Horford, a player that we all love, but the last few seasons his rebounding has taken a dip. Is that just how it goes for big men as they get deeper into their NBA career, Shaq?
Yeah, Ernie, all big men deal with declining rebounding numbers as they get older. Father Time is undefeated, buddy.
Undefeated. But the burst really goes away when your knees go. And I don't care. Father Time must have some great knees because he's been around a long time.
Wait,
I just got a question before we go.
What?
Well, if Father Time is undefeated,
Yes.
who goes after Father Time?
All these players. All these players who have tried to play past their years.
Okay, I got it.
And they've lost.
But Father Time has
Father
to have a
Time.
Father Time.
No.
He must get tired too.
No, I'm so totally confused.
Jeez, I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Welcome, everyone, to the sold-out Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles, California. It's the home of the Lakers, where we're broadcasting live today for 2K Sports. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports as we get set to bring you some terrific NBA action. Joined courtside with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan, and we've got David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. We are nearly ready for the tip-off, but first, let's hear from our very own David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Well, guys, Luke Walton played 10 seasons in the NBA, but it wasn't until near the end in 2011 that he started to consider coaching. Walton says, "I never thought about it until I hurt my back." Now, while he was out of action, Phil Jackson invited him to sit in on the coaches' meetings. Walton said, "I realized that I like that side of the game." Kevin, he succeeded Phil Jackson as head coach of the Lakers. Back to you.
It definitely did, David. He won titles when he played for the Lakers. Now he'll try to bring that winning mindset back to L.A. A big matchup tonight. Teams from separate conferences that share a lot of history between them. Doris, what are some of your favorite NBA rivalries of this kind?
Well, I think historically, certainly you've got to look at the Celtics-Lakers when it was Bird versus Magic. Currently, I'd have to look at the Golden State Warriors and Cavs. 3 straight trips to the NBA Finals with all the chips in at the center of the table.
It'll be the Celtics off the tip. And now the opening lineup for Boston. Morris is the 4 with Horford in the middle. Kyrie Irving is out there with Smart. And it's Hayward in at the small forward. And the wide open shot from Morris. Great look there, but off target. And it's the Lakers ball. Now here's Randall. Ingram kicks the ball. Randall passes to Lopez. Good on the triple. Lopez has got the opening field goal of the game for Los Angeles.
You know, I think Lopez knows basically he can get his shot up over anyone. That stretch ability as a perimeter scorer is so important.
And it's Irving missing.
Maybe not that time, but he'll hit more than his share if he's left open.
And it's Ball in the corner. He kicks to Lopez. Over Horford, and it's Lopez. That time on the assist by Ball. Lopez has got 5 points so far.
Brook Lopez never stopped working, especially inside where he has been a force.
Irving kicks to Hayward. In the corner, Horford with it. Boston, no good that time either. The Lakers with a quick start to this game. Ingram wide open, and again Los Angeles with the triple.
Fruitful possession, just doing what they can to extend the lead.
Well, this is a perfect example of how you want to run your offense. Disciplined but determined. Nice possession, Greg.
Now here's Irving. Over Caldwell Pope, and it's Irving missing.
Scoreless after 4 shots. Wow.
Caldwell Pope outside. Out to the wing. No one near Randall as he lets it go. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. The Celtics have gone 0 of 4, missing their first 4 field goals here.
And Julius Randle, that 7th pick back in the 14 draft out of Kentucky, was a 5-star recruit out of high school and was able to help get the Wildcats to the championship round. So this is a guy who is used to the spotlight.
They needed that. Just 1 for 5 to start this ball game.
To the middle. It's deflected. It's stolen by Morris. Irving with a clean look. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
But what a wizard Kyrie is in the open floor. Utilizes his speed to help create open shots in transition. That's beautiful. Boy, the offense is really clicking. 4 for 5 from the field to start. Nice.
Pass to Horford. Morris with the screen for Horford. Now here's Smart. He's tightly guarded. Lock at 6. Kept alive. And it's Horford with the extra effort.
Boy, that's some big-time muscle on the glass from Horford. He gets great position, uses that big frame to his advantage.
Now here's Ball. Guarded by Smart. Lays it in off the pretty alley-oop.
Oh, Kevin, get a load of that one. Take that play and put it in the alley-oop textbook, boys.
Perfectly done. You're right. He put it on a platter for him. Now here's Horford. Hayward can't hit.
Yeah, blown opportunity after the 2-man game creates a terrific look.
Well, he simply misfired. You've got to capitalize when the screen opens up wide open shots like that.
Ingram with it, covered by Irving. Again, Los Angeles.
And Ingram hits these mid-range jumpers in his sleep. The defense can't allow him to get going from there.
Here's Irving, and it's sent back by Lopez. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. Caldwell Pope with it, now guarded by Smart. Here's Ingram. No good from outside. Celtics trail by 9. Here's Smart. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. And here's Irving. In the corner, it's Hayward. Horford with a screen on Lopez. For 3, Hayward drills the 3-pointer. Hayward's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And the Celtics' free throw attempt differential, one thing to work on. Their opponents average about 2 more free throw attempts per game.
Right. Fortunately for the Celtics, though, they might not take a ton of free throws, but they shot an excellent percentage. So that gap in free throws made significantly smaller because of their quality shooting.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
Yeah, you can sense he wasn't happy with how things are going here. Probably looking to change it up a bit.
Yeah, no, not at all. It's a good call, Greg. They need a fresh, new approach here.
group substitution here for the Lakers. Zubats is checked in for Lopez. Nance comes in for Randall. Luol Deng is checked in for Brandon Ingram. And it's Jordan Clarkson in for Ball. So Boston going with almost an entire new group here. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Horford. Tatum comes in for Gordon Hayward. Brown, he's checked in for Marcus Smart. And Terry Rozier subbed in for Irving.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Celtics trail by 9. Here's Rozier. Brown outside. Shot off the pick. Misses off the right iron. Los Angeles has gone 4-6 from long range here early on. Nance, right side. Zubats the pass to Clarkson. And pushing it up, here's Boston. Hammers it down off the coast-to-coast break.
And how's that for a solo performance?
Well, you couldn't do it any better than that, Greg. Textbook execution on the break.
Caldwell Pope with it. Outside Dang. Shoots the 3. That one, no good. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. From beyond the arc, they've been absolutely tremendous. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here.
Yeah, living like Holly.
We caught up with Kyrie Irving earlier, and he talked a little bit about expectations for himself and his teammates.
We expect so much out of each other every single night, and the team is going to go as hard as we go, as well as the other pieces that we have on the team. But we have to control it from a standpoint that we have to play off each other.
Kyrie reminding us that it's not just the expectations of the fans and the media, but also, perhaps the most demanding of all, are the expectations they've got for each other.
Oh yeah. They're constantly trying to manage expectations while still demanding the best from one another. And I got to tell you, it's fun to watch.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And what stands out to you from the Lakers in this one?
They've gotten that perimeter game going in that first, and for me, that was the difference.
It was huge, no doubt, and it seems like they simply can't miss from downtown.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Clarkson is out there with Caldwell Pope. Then it's Nance. Then it's Dang. And it's Zubats in at the 5. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, Celtics coach Brad Stevens is known for getting the best out of his players. He said every NBA player has an elite strength. Some of them have 10 of them. And those guys are the very best in the league, right? But every one of them is here for a reason. And there are times when you can really soar with that skill. Kevin?
And that's why Stevens is already one of the best coaches in the league, David. You've talked about him for a long time, getting maximum results from every one of his players. Of course, you've talked a bit about leadership, both on and off the floor. What are some of the traits, in your opinion, that make someone a person who would want to follow and the characteristics of a leader?
I'd say someone who prioritizes winning, even at the expense of their own success. That would be the first thing. And then someone who's ultra competitive. Somebody who's available on a night-by-night basis, somebody who doesn't let a little nick or a bruise impact their availability on a particular night. So unselfishness, competitiveness, and availability are 3 attributes that I love.
And leaders can be followers from time to time, too, don't you think?
Oh, there's no question about it. You have to be willing to be a part of a group, and sometimes that means ceding your leadership position.
Here's Caldwell Pope after the basket by Boston. They get a hand on it.
I'll tell you, he's been dry from three-point range in the second quarter after hitting one in the first.
Now here's Tatum, guarded closer. Off the iron that time.
And why take that contested shot? I mean, make the extra pass.
That's a head scratcher. When the defense is in your grill, move the ball.
Dang can't get it to go. Celtics trail by 4. Tatum with it. Now guarded by Caldwell Pope. Puts it up from 12. Tatum's shot is off. Lakers have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Clarkson dishes to Caldwell Pope. Nance outside. They set the pick. Here's Clarkson. Hits it from three-point range. Clarkson's got 8.
Yeah, liking the vision there from Caldwell Pope, looking to get his guys going when they're open.
Rozier kicks to Morris. Brown outside. Over Caldwell Pope, and it's Brown missing. Lakers leading by 7. Dang passes to Caldwell Pope. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Shoots off the screen. A shot by Clarkson, no good.
Boy, that's a tough miss. Does well to get himself open and then botches it up.
And finished off by Brown.
How fantastic is Jaylen Brown getting the position he wants deep inside, easily slams it home.
Watching Jason Tatum, it's hard to find many faults in his game, Greg. He's strong inside and out and plays both ends of the floor equally well.
Yeah, kind of a jack of all trades, right, and master of none. He does everything reasonably well on the basketball floor, just doesn't do anything great. Having said that, though, Tatum is one of those guys that I think improves the overall IQ of your team, and terrific size at his position.
Count that one.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
So the Celtics called timeout, their first. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Lopez, he's checked in for Zubac. Julius Randle comes in for Larry Nance. Brandon Ingram, he's checked in for Luol Deng. And Ball subbed in for Kentavious Caldwell Pope. And a new group in for the Celtics. Al Horford's checked in for Aaron Baines. Gordon Hayward comes in for Marcus Morris. Marcus Smart's checked in for Brown. And Irving subbed in for Rozier.
I'll tell you, it takes a lot to knock Al Horford off balance. He is incredible at keeping his concentration through contact.
Clarkson dishes the ball. Picked by Randle. They set the screen. Clarkson kicks the ball. Offline with his 3. Celtics trail by 5. Now Irving. Picked by Horford. Outside Irving. Fires from the line. Rebound the Lakers. And the Lakers, Greg, have acquired some intriguing young talent. Do you see this group blossoming into elite status?
I mean, there's still some question marks. Injuries have been an issue. I do see some all-star potential for some of their young fellas. Superstar potential, though, tougher to say. They've got something to build on, though, and that's key.
Here's Hayward, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Lonzo Ball picks one up.
Well, don't let Gordon Hayward's polished offensive game deceive you about his athleticism. This guy drives with force to the rim.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And going back to his performance at the line last year, guys, 84% as a free throw shooter.
That one is off.
And really no other way to put it but the Lakers with that dramatic front office change last season around that deadline and new big name leadership. The hope is that they can escape from what's been an awfully rocky patch here of Lakers history.
No good on the second free throw. And the turmoil for the Lakers up top has certainly been fodder for the newspapers in Southern California.
Yeah, aborted takeover attempts, infighting, court battles. I mean, this has been a soap opera. But one thing is certain, in order to be successful as a franchise, you need everybody on the same page.
That one's in there. The Lakers' lead is cut down now to just 6, and the basket from Al Horford. LA's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. Ball kicks to Ingram. Lopez sets a screen for Ball. Back to Ingram. But they'll get another chance. Lopez makes it off the glass. Lopez has got 10 points in the game.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Picked by Horford. Outside Irving. In the corner, it's Hayward. Boston shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game. And the first one at the line is good.
You know, Kev, I have so much admiration for how hard Gordon Hayward continues to work to improve. This guy's already a franchise player, but I think there's a drive inside of him to be great.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Now here's Ingram. 8 points for him. Here's the screen. Just 5 on the clock. Lopez a screen. Ball with a wide open look. Off target from three-point range. Irving. And no good that time. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Brooke. Where is this team right now?
Oh, it's so exciting. You know, it's really thrilling to come out with such a great group of guys every night, you know, and play basketball. You know, it's a lot of fun.
Smiles on your face, Brooke. Thanks for the time. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime
Welcome back,
Show.
everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. This big mountain of a man is Shaquille O'Neal, and this hill of a man is Kenny the Jet Smith. Brook Lopez came out on a mission in the first. He had 10 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 block. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Lakers.
Well, their shooting accuracy was on point. It was good play calling, of course, by the coaching staff, but it was great execution by the team.
And Shaq, your thoughts on the Celtics?
Well, you want to try to hold your opponent under 50% shooting. That has not happened. Defensively, they're allowing way too many good looks. They need to do a better job of shutting down the lane, as well as closing out on shooters.
And that is just about going to wrap it up as the second half is moments away. Down to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the crew.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. It's been a clinic from Brook Lopez.
Yeah, I mean, he really gave them a boost in that first half, shot way above his average.
I think, Greg, you love it when a role player is able to elevate their game. It makes every team better.
Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. Second half underway. Here's who Brad Stevens got on the floor. Hayward outside at the 3 with Morris to his side at the 4. Smart is out there with Irving, and it's Horford in at the 5 spot. It's Ingram on the wing, and it's going to be a 3-second call. And Doris, so many great point guards in the league. In fact, the number of stars at that position, we see them every night, but who are some of the floor generals that maybe don't get the headlines, more of the underrated portion?
I think the single most consistently underrated point guard, though certainly not by the contract extension he most recently signed, would be Mike Conley. This guy for the Memphis Grizzlies. Some guys just fit in the systems and the cities and the organizations for whom they play, and I would say Mike Conley, ability to run the team, ability to make the three-point shot, to make the players around him better. He comes to mind. Kemba Walker in Charlotte is a guy who, once they consistently start to make the playoffs as an undersized point guard, I think you could see him start to grow in reputation. And Isaiah Thomas, who launched himself for stretches into the MVP conversation. Interestingly, Kevin, what do all three have in common? A little bit undersized in today's NBA.
And can you believe Conley has never been an All-Star, as good as he is?
Cannot believe that. No, and you've had his teammates make it, Marc Gasol most notably. I know that Marc Gasol would love to see Mike Conley next to him in an all-star uniform.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Irving with the ball. Now guarded by Ball. For 3, Hayward. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. 10 points for Gordon Hayward.
They wanted a fast start coming out of the break, and they are now 3 for 3.
There's the pick. Here's Ball, and Ball slams it in.
You know this, Kevin. If you're open, you can count on Brook Lopez to find you. He uses his height to spot open teammates.
Now here's Smart. He's guarded by Caldwell Pope. Morris a screen. Hayward outside. Horford with a screen on Lopez. Here's Hayward. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Their biggest lead of the game was 9.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
And it's sent back by Horford.
Well, how about the anticipation from Al Horford? Perfectly times the release, sends it back.
And it's Ingram with the rebound. For Los Angeles, they've gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Now the dish to Hayward. The turnaround jumper. They get it back. Morris. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Morris has got the lead up to 1 now for the Celtics. Los Angeles calls timeout.
And with all the talk about Kyrie coming to Boston, you still have to figure how he'll fit in to the team. Has this year and next left on his contract, player option after that. But with his scoring and shooting, should make this offense even more potent. And when you put a player of Kyrie's ability into this Boston system, you have to expect good things. Irving does so much for himself and others. The longer he plays with the team, I think the more comfortable he'll become.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Zubac is checked in for Lopez. Nance comes in for Randall. And it's Dang in for Ingram. And then for Boston, Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Marcus Morris. Brown comes in for Marcus Smart. And it's Rozier in for Kyrie Irving. Now here's Ball. Nance a screen on Brown. Here's Caldwell Pope. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip in. Here's Baines. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Pass to Rozier. Back to Baines. And it is flushed down with a nice jam. Guys, close one here. No team getting a huge advantage.
Yeah, tooth and nail fight so far, guys. These sides match up really well.
Now, here's Ball. Pass to Zubac. He dishes it to Ball. Nance sends a screen for Ball. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. And the Lakers lead by 1.
And Ball is a clever player, especially in the pick and roll. Looks to shoot as soon as he gets space coming off that screen.
That one drops for him. Rozier's got 6 points.
Well, Brad Stevens started his own preseason coaching summit in Boston. This guy is clearly dedicated to his craft. He's dedicated to learning from his peers. He is always watching games from every different angle to try to learn.
And so it's the Lakers with it, following the bucket by the Celtics. And Caldwell Pope gets the basket.
And we're seeing a little more of this from KCP, working that in-between area, trying to improve his efficiency.
Baines passes to Hayward. Horford with the screen on Nance. Shot off the screen. Here's Baines. That shot missing, and it's the Lakers the other way. 1:22 left in the third. Ball dishes to Dang. Feeds it to Caldwell Pope. Nance a screen. Jumper off the screen, off the left rim and out. And rumor has it Brad Stevens used to keep a pad of paper for every TV in the house to sketch plays that he saw in games.
Well, those were the old days. Now he can just text an assistant with the game and timestamp, and then he reviews a marathon edit of plays for things he can use. Oh, the beauty of technology.
Well, something you never like to see, but guys, he definitely looks hurt.
And boy, this really doesn't look good. Just the way it happened.
Boy, it's got to be so frustrating for him. As hard as he has worked, doing everything he can to help his team, just heartbreaking, Greg.
Jordan Clarkson, he's checked in for the Lakers. Tatum, he's checked in for Aaron Baines. For Los Angeles, they've gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Dang kicks to Clarkson. And fouled on the shot, so the bucket counts and a chance for one more here.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the floater. And how about the 46th pick back in the 14 draft? Jordan Clarkson has certainly exceeded expectations thus far in his career. An athletic combo guard, he's really succeeded playing at both the 1 and 2.
One shot, mind the lanes.
Free throw good, Clarkson. And Greg, Jordan Clarkson, he has an offensive game, doesn't he?
He's able to shoot with range, and he can attack off the bounce as well. I think that enables him to kind of play on or off the ball. And I think he has a chance to be a really good two-way player in our league.
Nance outside. From 15 feet away, that shot is off. And it's Boston the other way.
2-for-1 territory, but they got to work quick.
Right. You don't want to rush it, but you do want to get off as quick a shot as possible.
Horford has a wide open look. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Horford's got the lead up to 1 now for Boston. Clarkson against Brown. And here's Clarkson. He's got 11. Nance a screen. Ball with the bucket. Ball's got 7 now in this quarter.
And that was a real quick comeback there. Both sides showing some range.
But both teams are pulling the trigger right now, showing great confidence from behind that arc.
And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. The Lakers on top, up 2. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. And meanwhile, Coach Brad Stevens talking to his team.
Okay, hey, bottom line is, good things are going to happen, bad things are happen. How you respond is the biggest key. Let's go.
And Brad Stevens moments ago focusing on what they can do now rather than worrying about what's already happened.
Yeah, and this is all you can do. Put all of your energy into this moment. The past, the future, they don't matter.
We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the fourth quarter. The young pair of Ingram and Randall are at the forwards. Ball and Clarkson team up together in the backcourt. And it's Lopez in at the 5, patrolling the paint. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. So he gets the whistle, contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. And if there's one weakness for the Celtics, it's rebounding. Last season, Doris, one of the 5 worst teams by rebound rate.
Right. They're not worried about their offensive rebound rate, Kev. They want to get back in transition. But to me, it's the second chance points for their opponents where they need to be better.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
And he knocks down the first one. And the Lakers, Greg, for a long time could rely on the lure of Los Angeles to draw top free agents. History does a lot, it seems.
Yeah, Paul George listing them on his short list shows they still have that pull, but the Lakers will be big players in free agency, I believe, in the near future.
And both free throws good for Clarkson. Here's Irving. Picked by Horford. Shot, high post. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. 8 points for Kyrie Irving.
Guys, we know Kyrie can score from anywhere on the floor, including the mid-range.
Kicks it to Ingram. Launches a 3. They get it again. Lopez. And the layup is good.
Defensive rebounding, just such a crucial part of the game.
I'll tell you, if you don't box out well, expect to get burned. You can't afford to give them second chance opportunities.
Now here's Irving. A rebound by the Lakers. Ball's got 4 rebounds in this game. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in.
And I bet you'll never see too many guys who can put forth an effort on the boards like this one.
Yeah, his production has been unbelievable. Really a testament to how much he cares about his craft.
Well, you see the excellent skill set, and this is when you want to make an impact.
Don't you love seeing this guy rise to the occasion, going right at the defense and getting it done in the clutch?
Now here's Ingram. Here's Randall. No good off the back of the rim.
You know, he's working on his inside game, but clearly there's still a little more work to do.
Stolen by Ball. An even 3-on-3 break. Wants to get it to Randall and does. Here's Clarkson on the money from 12 feet away. And the Lakers lead by 4.
And just enough wiggle room to get off his shot.
Oh, I'll tell you, that's good basketball. You have to get a little creative against the big man, but I love his initiative.
Okay, time now for an injury report. Let's find out the news on Contavious Caldwell-Pope. David, what's the update?
Thanks, guys. I got a status report from Los Angeles' head athletic trainer. Unfortunately, it looks like that injury is going to be a severely sprained ankle. He's not going to return to this game, and unfortunately, it looks like he could be out for a while, Kevin.
All right, David, thanks for checking in and letting us know how he's doing.
And let's just hope that he doesn't have any setbacks during his recovery.
Well, and barring any of those setbacks, Greg, I wouldn't be surprised to see him back ahead of the schedule they've laid out for him.
The feed the ball. Lopez a screen. 5 to shoot. Ball, the pass to Clarkson. Over Smart, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And the Lakers making a change here. Hart's checked in. Celtics trail by 4. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Pick by Horford. Irving kicks to Hayward. The pass to Smart. Horford sets a screen for Smart. Back to Hayward. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Now just a 2-point Los Angeles lead.
Kevin, don't you love that Gordon Hayward demanded the basketball in such a crucial possession? He has really matured.
Randall a screen on Irving. Lopez a screen. Hart the pass to Randall. Lopez left side. And it's good for 2.
Oh, Kevin, you can see why they go to Brook Lopez, his calming presence to deliver in the clutch.
Celtics trail by 4. Here's Irving. And another basket for Boston.
Guys, it doesn't get much bigger than that. Irving coming up huge right there with the bucket.
Here's Hart, guarded by Smart. Dishes the ball. Lopez sets a screen for Ball. Lopez a screen. Shoots off the screen. Morris with the rebound. Morris has got his 3rd rebound tonight. Hayward with the ball. Now guarded by Ingram. Hayward kicks to Morris. And the Celtics with possession here. Lakers have gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. Lopez a screen. Here's Ball. Al Horford with the rebound. Boston's gotten fewer than half of their 3-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. The Celtics working the ball around now.
But, Kevin, I just love how Gordon Hayward has become so crafty on the interior. He really just keeps the defense off balance.
First free throw is good, and that narrows the gap to 1. Larry Nance is checked in for Hart. That one drops. He ties it up.
Well, you have to love his poise at the free throw line. He's never rattled, no matter how much pressure he might be under.
Timeout called the Lakers. It's now to recognize our Jordan Player of the Game, Al Horford.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. That has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, I listened in on what Luke Walton said to his team. He told them, hey guys, this is a close game, but if we execute right here, I like our chances. There's no need for hero ball. Trust one another. Make the simple play. Kevin, back to you.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. They're down by 3. There's 38 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. What do you think, guys?
Hey, they do have enough time here. If they shoot quickly to get the 2 for 1, we'll see if they try it.
There's 38 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Randall. He feeds it to Ball. He kicks it to Nance. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Clock at 6. Lopez a screen. Here's Ball. Offensive rebound, and they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game out.
11 seconds left here in the fourth quarter, and they go to the intentional foul. And the first of 2, no good, heartbreaker.
Yeah, impressed with the work ethic of Ball. You can see a desire to want to be great, and he's going to continue to work on improving those weaknesses.
And he does get the second one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Now a timeout called by Boston. They're trailing by 4. There's 10 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What do you think, guys?
It's going to be interesting to see what they draw up to get this quick shot.
Yeah, the clock is definitely not their friend, and they need to score fast.
There's 10 seconds left in the fourth quarter. For 3, Hayward. It falls! And that shot brings them to within just 1.
Exactly what you want from the talented Hayward, the kind of poise that makes him a big shot maker.
And the Lakers call time here. They're leading by 1. 5 seconds left in the game. Here's ball. Passes it to Ingram. And stolen by Hayward. From deep. Oh, the all-or-nothing shot. No good. So it's Los Angeles taking the W in a close one. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal it.
And there are so many times when you see these tight games won at home, that advantage of having that crowd behind you oftentimes is the ultimate X factor.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Luol, huge win tonight. How did you get this done?
You know, we locked in. We knew how good they were, and we know when we're at our best, we could beat anybody. When we lock in like that, we're hard to beat, too.
Well, you led the way, Luol. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.